Hey everybody, welcome back to another unboxing video. Today, continuing with the video game trend I've been on for the last couple of days. We have 3 figures from Dark Souls. Well, one of them technically isn't. Let's see, what do I want to start with? I'm going to start with this one. So, we'll start, this one technically is Demon Souls, but essentially the same thing, honestly. You got the fluted armor Figma. I don't remember if fluted armor is actually in Dark Souls, but there's a very similar set of armor, I believe. But this is like a DX set, so it's similar to the Bondrewd one that I opened. It comes in a really nice box here that, let's get this on camera, it slides out. Let me show the sleeve real quick so you can see that nothing too much on the sleeve, just some images of the figure. Let's put that down there. Now here's the box. I put some extra stuff just in where his body was. Basically the same stuff. There's the box. Here's the Figma itself. I'm trying to pick it up here so you can see. It's really nice. One thing I noticed while I was taking out the plastic in between the joints is the ball sockets. There's like 2 ball sockets in between the torso pieces, and it is very hard to reconnect those. The little peg that fits into both sockets will try to slip out of one of them when you have it clipped into the other, so it's like really, really difficult to align it in a way where they'll snap into place. But if you just keep messing around with it and realigning it, eventually you'll get it. So this guy comes with a lot of stuff. Before I show you that, I do want to show you the box art on the inside. Once you remove all the plastic, there's some really nice art on the inside of the box there. Is it removable? Oh, it is removable. Okay, I thought it wasn't removable. It was like, usually these things are removable. There we go. So we got this awesome background for him, which might as well just get that. Let's put that over here. I'll put him there. That looks pretty cool. Alright, so now stuff that he comes with. It's actually 2 pieces here. Let me remove them. So, first piece is just where the figure is. He's got the shield and the sword that he's holding. He's got this Gladius type sword. It's pretty reflective. Oh, I think it fell out. I'm missing my Gladius sword. I didn't realize that it fell out at some point when I was reassembling the packaging to film this. Where did that sword go? I don't even see it. Huh. Well, I'm gonna have to find that, but it's a pretty basic Gladius. Oh, there it is. It fell inside the packaging. I just didn't see it. Oh, here we go. Okay. Little Gladius. I was wondering why I couldn't see it on the floor. Pretty basic. The rest of it is, this is a handle for one of the shields, and he's got extra hands. I did have one issue. One of these hands is completely stuck on the pegs. I'm going to try soaking it in hot water and seeing if I can get that removed, because the peg is going to break on the inside of the wrist. And then he did come with an extra neck joint, and then it's kind of hard to see inside the plastic here. Let me pull it out. This little plastic piece here, I checked the instructions. This is meant so you can have a shield on his back. So one side plugs into the back, the shield goes on the other, and the stand to hold him up will go underneath there. So that's an interesting way of doing that, to get a shield on his back. But I'm definitely going to want to do that as soon as I can get that hand out and have him hold a 2-handed weapon, because I'm pretty sure that that's one of the hands to make him hold a 2-hander. And I would much rather have him have a big old 2-handed sword and a shield on his back. But right now I can't do that because I can't get that hand out of the thing. I've never had that issue before. I've had issues with the wrist joints on the figure itself, but I've never had an issue getting a hand off of the little piece that they put all the hands on for the Figmas. So this is the other stuff it comes with. Awesome tall shield. I don't know the names of anything except for the Moonlight Greatsword because I haven't played Demon Souls. These are just the same weapons that he had, but in a sheath. So he's got them out of sheath and in sheath, and then this huge great sword as well. But obviously the Moonlight Greatsword is pretty awesome because I believe that's in every single Dark Souls game and Elden Ring. I'm not sure if it's in Bloodborne. Somebody let me know if it's in Elden Ring or Bloodborne. But I believe it's at least in every Dark Souls game and it's in Demon Souls. So pretty cool. That's probably what I would want him to hold, but with 2 hands and then with the shield on his back. So if and until I can get that hand off of that piece, we're going to have him the way that he is now. I also do want to show off real quick before we move on to the next thing, the shield assembly. The handle actually comes out of the shield. Let's see if I can do this carefully. There we go. So the handle actually comes in 2 parts and then plugs into the shield. That's one part. Let's see if I can move this. Yeah. So that part will slide into his hand. This part goes on the other end. And then if I can get it to line up, I gotta get this inserted into his hand a little more. It's hard to do this over my phone while I'm filming. But yeah, it goes like that, and then both of them plug into the shield. So that way you don't have to flex the hand, you can just insert the handle into the hand. I always hate it when there's figures where you actually have to bend the hand to get stuff into it, and then eventually it wears out the hand and it won't hold anything. So that's a good solution, even though it requires little tiny pegs that have a risk of breaking, but hey, pick your poison, right? So overall, really, really good Figma. Probably my favorite Figma, but it's got some issues. Just, in my experience, comes with the territory with the more action figure-y type posables. Speaking of posables, next we have Ungenbro, Nendoroid. So here's a good old Sigmire, or I think Sigward is a name I've also seen. I'm not sure if he might show up in later games, or like another knight with the same armor shows up in another game, but they have him as Sigmire, and they do have him as Dark Souls 1. I don't know, maybe his name is different in Japanese and English? Not sure. But probably the best character in the game besides Solaire, who we will be getting to. Let's get all this stuff out. So he comes with a lot of stuff just because his arms are so bulky. So he does come with this extra little thing that has a bunch of different arms. These are crossed arms, so they go together and they're crossed arms. I'm not sure what the difference is between these and the ones that he already has on him, honestly. Like, they seem pretty much identical. I'm guessing they just kind of sit in a different pose or something. I honestly don't know. And these are the straight arms that he came with initially. And then he's got a second hand that holds the sword, and again, I can't figure out what the difference is. Maybe he holds it at a slightly different angle, like outwards more, because this hand, he holds it tipped back slightly, so maybe this is just at a different angle, but even holding them side to side, I can't really tell the difference between the hands. It's kind of weird. There's not much left in the main packaging. You just the sword and the shield that he's holding, and then he's got a sitting body, so you can also have him sitting. I believe his legs just kind of cross, but he doesn't come with any extra legs, so it's kind of interesting that his normal legs still go on that. And then obviously there's an extra joint rattling around in there. And then he did, oh, I almost forgot, the fluted armor and Sigmire did come with extras. So let's get the extras open before I forget again, because I almost completely forgot. So here's Sigmire's little bonus. I think I know what this is. Should be what he gives you. Yeah, I believe, yeah, this is the Titanite slab. I believe this is the reward you get for finishing his quest. It's been a hot minute since I played Dark Souls, but yeah, Titanite slab. Kind of cool, just kind of sits there though. Isn't holdable or anything. I'm just gonna kind of put it there. Let's move you over and put you there. And the fluted armor Figma also came with a bonus. I don't remember what this one is at all. Let's see here. I think it's just another handle, like the one that he came with. It's interesting. I'm not sure what that is, honestly. Wondering if maybe it's a weapon of some sort or a tool that's in the game, because I thought this was a handle for the larger shield, but maybe it's not. He already did come with one of these in the box, though. Let me grab that and compare. I'm actually not sure what that piece is. Let's compare the one that he came with and this one, unless maybe it's some sort of knuckle weapon, and this way you can just dual wield it, because that appears to be the same exact thing, if my camera will focus. Yeah. Interesting. I'm not sure why he came with this. I'm not sure what these are. I assume this is an item, because let me look at the big shield real quick. Yeah, the big shield already has a handle, so it is not a handle for the big shield. So this must be some sort of item. And I'm not sure why they gave us two. Unless it's a form of, like, brass knuckle or something. Somebody let me know. Because I have no idea. I have not played Demon's Souls, and I haven't watched a playthrough of it yet. From what I've seen, it's pretty identical to Dark Souls, though. Doesn't seem to be that much of a difference. But I don't recognize that item from Dark Souls. So I am not sure. In any case, like I said, we will be moving on to Solaire. And this one I haven't touched. This one I haven't like pre-opened at all because this is from AG Toys, AC Toys, Act Toys, I assume, is what it's supposed to be. So this is like a knockoff Nendoroid. I forgot what they call these, just like deformed or something. The box just says action figure. I think it was listed as like deformed or something like that. It's by Eamon Toys. But since there is no Solaire Nendoroid, I picked this up because it is basically a Solaire Nendoroid. We need way more figures of Solaire. Way more. There should be at least like 10. He's the best character in like any of the Souls games. In any of the Souls franchise. And he needs way more respect. And way more love. And way more sun. So I don't even know exactly how to go about opening this. Looks like there's some tape here that I can cut real quick. It's always hard to see under this light. Let's see if I can find all the tape. Just blindly running my knife down the edges of everything. Is there any more tape anywhere? Okay. Got this piece out. Okay, let's put that there temporarily, and here we go. So he's definitely got some more leg and arm action going on than an Nendoroid, a little bit taller. See, he's got some plastic under his joints. I'm worried about pulling on these like I do with a Nendoroid. I think I'm just going to leave his head on. Seems like the plastic has... This one doesn't have the same kind of slit. One for his neck had a little slit. Let's see if this is... Yeah, that's a lot easier to remove. Big old peg. It definitely doesn't feel as high quality as an Nendoroid. I don't really like him as much as an Nendoroid. I really hope they do an Nendoroid of him at some point. But he does come with a lot of stuff. So it looks like this is a belt with a sword, with the sword drawn, as I believe. Now the one he has on doesn't have any weapon on it. That's interesting. He's got this big old castle wall, which is kind of cool. Stick that over there for a sec. Let's get the rest of these pieces out. So he's got a sitting body. He's got a Sunbro shield. And what is this? Oh, the Sunlight Maggot. You guys haven't played Dark Souls, you want to know what that is. That's awesome. That is the bad end to the Solaire questline. And he's got a lot of hands that are in this package. Is there another? There's a piece of tape I missed. Give me a sec. Try to cut this if it'll cooperate. Can't get my knife blade in between these pieces of plastic. Come on. I hate it when they do these packs here that have tape. It's like two pieces flush against each other, and then there's tape. I'll show you in a sec. There we go. So I hate it when they do this, where you have to slip your knife in between there, because it always wants to just cut the plastic instead of cutting the tape. And it just slides out and doesn't actually cut the tape. Yeah, see, I've cut like every piece of tape around here, and they haven't cut, because the knife just keeps sliding out from in between the plastic. It's so irritating. They really need to knock it off and just stick to the buttons, the button snaps. There we go. Now I got it. Okay. So, this base just fell out. Let's compare this to a Nendoroid base. Okay, very similar to a Nendoroid base, just the holes are in a different orientation, and it's a lot heavier than a Nendoroid base, which is interesting. I'm holding this rolled up thing of weapons. The camera wants to focus on it. It looks like there's a sword and a shield and maybe another. Yeah, it looks like there's 2 weapons in there. Let's see if I can carefully cut this open. Not going to remove every piece right now, but let's at least fold this out and see what we got. Yeah, okay, so it looks like there's just 2 swords and a scabbard. I assume one of the swords probably can go into this scabbard as well. Not sure why you need both, but hey, if they want to give you extra stuff, why not? This is cool. He's got his lightning spear, the spell that he always uses. He throws lightning. And then I am going to take this out, because this is really cool. We got a bonfire. Look at that. I really like that they included a bonfire. And there's a lot of hands. Oh, there's actually some other stuff too. There's a handle for the shield. I'm not sure what that piece is for. Looks like it just goes on the end of something, but I'm not entirely certain what that is. And it looks like we got Estus. I think it's supposed to be like a full and an empty Estus flask. And look at all these hands. Lots and lots of hands for holding all the different stuff. So I assume these bigger ones are for holding the Estus. Smaller ones for holding the sword and stuff. Lots of stuff. And then let's take a look at this lower body. It looks like it already has crossed legs. Yeah, so that's just one solid piece for the sitting body. But you can recreate, I think there's a couple of scenes where he's sitting at a bonfire. And then I'm not sure what you can actually do with the sunlight maggot other than just have it. I don't think you can like put it on his face or anything. But it's still a nice inclusion. Because yeah, his helmet is just one solid piece, so there's no way to get the sunlight maggot. I guess I could have it like just on top of him like that, just chilling. I don't know. Alright, let's see how this guy attaches to a base here. Yeah, same kind of deal. Got a little peg in the back. The arm goes in very, very easily, which is a plus. Let's see how that goes in. That also goes in a lot easier. So, even though he's not as good looking as a Nendoroid, in my opinion, I prefer, if you're going to go chibi, go full chibi and just give him stubby arms and stubby legs. But he still works. I think he works next to Sigmire, even though he's a little bit taller. Let's get him side by side here. He's a little bit taller. He's not too bad. If I actually had him sitting, he'd probably be about the same scale. So, not bad overall, and definitely really like the accessories that it comes with. The lightning spear, the sunlight maggot, the bonfire. Let's quickly take a look at his shield before I end the video here. So yeah, it looks like he's got a strap, and then that handle that came in that other plastic will fit in there so he can hold it. But yeah, considering there is no Solaire Nendoroid, I definitely recommend picking this up if and until they make one. Which, who knows if they ever will. I think Sigmire just came out, so it's possible. I'm assuming he must be more popular in Japan than Solaire, because I know Solaire is the most popular character in the West, but they decided to do Sigmire first, and so I'm assuming he must be more popular in Japan, which makes sense. I mean, the onion armor is awesome. It's like the most iconic armor set of the franchise, in my opinion. So, anyways, that was the Dark Souls opening. Took a little bit longer than I expected, but I actually had a lot of stuff to show off and talk about. Anyways, I will see you in the next video, hopefully. We will have one more, I believe. Let me take a look. I think we have one more video game. Yeah. One more video game related unboxing, and then we're going to move on to another subject. So hopefully I'll see you guys there. If you made it this far, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe and comment and all that good stuff. And I'll see you next time. Bye.